Always been silent since I was a child. Ain't been a phone, never throwing the towel. Gave you about 5 years of my energy. You chasing niggas who won't walk a mile. See how you moving, and I was like, wow, I wanna see improvement. I'm thinking like, how? Hunger replace, so you want me to wait, but I ain't got the time, cause I need it now.
Well, we're already in a heavily demonized social state in this country. It's almost illegal to be a quote unquote good person these days. If we completely separate the church from the state, how does anyone plan to bring goodness back to this country? I believe whether someone believes in the Bible or not, it still helps maintain a sense of morality. I also think if we can allow church and state to work together, we'd have a better chance at getting more souls into heaven. If they're already raised and conditioned to Christian morals, it's not so hard to continue to grow and live that Christian lifestyle. As said in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that basically means, like, whatever your basic learning is, as you grow and you mature, you still be stuck to your basics. So,
I feel like we should have a separation because without the separation, a government could impose religious laws or favor one belief over others, leading to discrimination or persecution of minorities, religions, or non religious people, period. And as time would even show, people in power are going to impose their religion on the people under them or the people that they are bigger, stronger, faster than. And that's how you got Christianity and all the atrocities that they, have committed in the name of Christianity. Freaking Islam, the craziness that's been going on about that. Just Muslim beliefs in general, you know what I mean? It's always radicalized, you know what I mean?
right.
And without that, then we wouldn't have those protections. And another reason, it ensures government neutrality. It keeps the government from making laws based on religious beliefs, ensuring policies serve all citizens equally, regardless of their faith. Which means that if I'm not a Christian and you're a Muslim, or I'm not a Muslim and you're an atheist, you can't, and you somehow get up to power to become mayor or anything like that, you then can't make a law against to hurt people who believe what I believe. And last but not least, it encourages religious diversity. You know what I mean? People can freely practice their own beliefs without state interference, allowing different religions or lack thereof to coexist peacefully. You know what I mean? Other than that, it would be wars. My religion is better than yours. Your religion is worse than mine. Your religion promotes this. Women should be free. You shouldn't have 3 wives. It would be wars over these things. And because we have that separation, it can't be that.
Okay. I feel like.
Let me see if I say another point and see if it sparks something for you.
I feel like it goes to what we just talked about.
Say it.
All right. So, my other response is, as the creator of all things, God is the ruler of all things. That being said, by definition, the author of something naturally has authority, right? So God's rule is comprehensive and it covers all things. It's legitimate, being morally right. It is absolute, it's never subject to a higher authority because he is the ultimate authority. So it's only right we go back to the basics for everything. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun, stated in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Therefore, there's nothing happening now that has not already been addressed in the Bible. It's important to realize that the New Testament also approaches today's problems. We're allowed to live past the Old Testament, which I found to be the general public's first thought when referenced the Bible for guidance. So basically, when people be like, "Oh, church and state combined," whatever, I assume that they assume we be living under Levitican law or Old Testament laws, which is not to say it's not valid, but it's not the law that we're under anymore. We're under a new law of grace, which the New Testament would be our guidelines, I imagine.
We will be under draconian laws if the Bible had any say so about it.
What exactly is draconian laws?
You got to do what I say so, or
dictatorship.
Yeah, basically.
But the Bible doesn't preach that. The Bible definitely preaches free will.
Okay, that's semantics because the Bible is up for interpretation. So.
No, I don't believe that though.
So the Bible ain't up for interpretation?
No. The Bible is absolute.
Is
the dictionary up for interpretation?
Yes. Well, no.
Because whatever
the dictionary, the dictionary isn't up for interpretation because in the dictionary, every single word was only put there to explain what the word is. You can't interpret the definition. The Bible isn't a definition. The Bible is stories passed down through people through this religion that are impossible. So you interpret it and take whatever you want from it. You ask any pastor, any priest, what does this mean? Well, uh, he gonna say God tell him to say this, and this is how he feels, and this and that and the third. If you ask the same pastor the same question, he gonna tell you something totally different. And then when you tell both of them that you asked other preachers and then they had a different answer, their response to you is going to be the Bible is up for everybody's interpretation. And you're supposed to read every passage because if I read "Thou shalt not kill," I might take something different from it. I mean, I could be like, "Thou shalt not squash bugs. I can't eat fish. That's why there's vegetarians and shit." You see what I'm saying?
I do.
But "Thou shalt not kill" means something totally different to you, and that all come from the Bible. But so if you're right and the Bible is not up for interpretation, that means one of those two people are wrong, right? But the Bible doesn't preach like that. Both of these people are right because the Bible's up for interpretation.
I see what you're saying.
That's a fact. We
We
just walked through it.
That is a fact.
I just walked you through it. Now, come on.
But I still don't believe that the Bible is up for interpretation, being because, for one, I don't see it as a book of stories passed down generation to generations. I see it as a history book. The same way when I was in social studies and Texas history, Mississippi history. I don't know if y'all got Ohio history out here, but every state I've been to, we had state history, and we had a history book, and it told us in these years this happened, these people did this, whatever. And half that shit in those books is false. But why are they not up for interpretation? Those are considered to be facts, and when we get tested on it, if we tell them what we know to be facts, we'll fail that test.
Everybody's gonna fail the test. Listen, this is the thing. You say you Christian, right? You believe in God and all that good stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so do you pay 10% to your church or something like that?
Yes, I do pay tithes.
Okay, you pay tithes, 10% to your church, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Why though?
Why am I supposed to do it?
Why do you pay it?
That's part of my beliefs, and my reason our reasoning is because
God never asked nobody for no money.
No, and it doesn't have to be money. See, that's the thing other people get. You don't have to pay 10% of your money to a church. 10% of anything that God has given you. So, like right now, I'm not working, so I have a lot of free time on my hand. I give 10% of my day to volunteer.
How much time is that?
24 minutes.
24 minutes?
Nah, I don't know. Let's fucking 24 hours, 2.5 hours. Let's just say round it up to 3 hours. I gotta have 3 hours a day of volunteer work, and that is.
I'm like, damn, he do this every day. He good. Nah.
But that's equivalent to.
That's why I couldn't be a Muslim and pray 5 times a day. It's too much work.
You know what? I honestly, except for the praying part, but my thing is, I want a job that is not a job. Like what I want to do for life is not a job, because I want to just be free to do like Christ did when he was here. He didn't have a job. He didn't even have a home. My brother and I, we get into this debate all the time because he was like, "Oh, you're so smart and talented. You could be doing this and you could be doing that." I was like, "That's not really what I want to do." I said something to him one day, and said something about waiting for God to tell me. He's like, "You think God wants you to be broke?"
Dang.
I was like, this man could have been anybody who he wanted to be when he came to earth, and he purposely chose to be born to a poor, broke family that was also homeless. He could have been born to the Pharaoh. He could have been born to any king and royalty family, but he chose to come from the least desirable family in that time.
I do got something I want to say about that. Look, but before we get off topic, I had a point to make. You say you give 10% of whatever you have because that's the belief system that the church raised you up to have, right?
Well, that's what God wants from us.
So God told you to give 10% of everything you have.
Pretty much, because we only have it because he gave it to us.
So he said that to you, or he said that through the church?
It's in the Bible.
Okay, so it says in the Bible for you to give 10% of everything you have to God, right?
Yeah, I could look it up, but keep going.
No, I believe you. You don't have to. I mean,
it's proper to come with verses, but yeah.
I'm trying to get somewhere. Let me work there.
All
right. So listen. Now I asked that. Now you're giving 10% of everything you have. Now say you have some money. Say you just got a check. Say you got $1,000.
Okay.
So you're gonna give 10% of that $1,000 to who? The pastor or what?
Currently, I am
So-
a member of a church, so I would give to the church that I attend.
Okay.
My reason for giving to them is because I see where that money goes. I see what they're doing with it.
Okay.
I'd rather give to my church who I attend and I know what they're doing with it, as opposed to some corporate donation, whatever, like those St. Jews or whatever. Everybody giving them $20 a month, and they still ain't got a cure for nothing. They searching. Oh, you asked me. Okay, you said ask me if I got $1,000. I'm gonna give 10%, and who I'm gonna give it to.
Right.
So I would personally give it to my church. Yeah, you got. I would personally give it to my church, right? But you don't have to. If I wanted to, and I wanted to go out in the street and just spend $100 on food and hand it to people passing by, that would be equivalent. Because uh, the whole point of tithes, like I said, is not for God. He don't need it. Everything we got, He gave it to us, and He got more of it than we could ever get.
So what's the point of giving to the church?
Because
they don't pay taxes or nothing.
No, it's to spread out. See, our purpose on earth is to take care of each other. Your purpose is not to come here, get a job, be successful, have a family. Your purpose is to, whatever your gift is, use that gift to help your family, your community.
So do you do this? So you do this every month or every what? Like every paycheck you got to do this, or every month?
It's up to you, honestly.
But I'm saying you specific.
I do it as I get paid. I don't have
every time you get a check. Yeah. So like every check, you would pay 10%. 10%. You get a band you get a band every week. You know that add up.
Yeah, that's $40 a week. And you 400 a week times 4, 16 a month.
And you said that you know what these people are doing specifically with your money.
Pretty much.
Okay. So can you go to your church and say, I messed up. Can you help me pay my rent?
Yes. And yes, that's exactly why I decided to stay with that church, become a member, and pay my tithes there. Before I even became a member, my pastor,
what's the church?
Fruit of the Spirit. Fruit of the Spirit, 7-Day Adventist. It's on Freebus and Lockbourne. I feel like South Side Columbus.
But look, this is the point I was trying to get to. So Jesus Christ, the actual one who was killed back in the day, strung up and hung and all that biblical stuff, he has living descendants right now.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
He cannot.
Yeah, he does.
He didn't father any children.
Listen, you ain't read the book of Enoch. That's what I'm trying to say.
That book is not in the Bible. It's not
that book is part of the Bible.
It's not in the Bible.
Listen, the Bible is revised every year. Do you know that?
I do know.
Can two boys have sex and it not be a sin?
No.
There's a Bible right now that was made in 2019. I don't know when it was made, but I know I saw it with my own eyes, read this in the Bible. That they took that part out of the Bible so as to include the LGBTQ community. And it's called the Queen Jane Version. So right now, Christianity has a Bible out in the world. You know, that's because the Pope got to sign off on all official Bibles, right?
No. Pope is not even Christian.
What is it?
Catholic.
Is that not the same thing?
It's not. Catholics don't believe in the same. To be a Christian, there's basically one fundamental. You have to believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, that He was born in flesh, that He was died and reborn. Resurrected 3 days later, and that He is the only way, the life, the truth. He's the only way to God.
And Catholics believe it's through Mary.
Yes. Catholics pray to everybody except for Christ and God.
What do you mean pray to?
They pray to Saint Mary. They pray to Saint Vincent. They pray to all the different saints for all the different reasons. But they don't pray to Jesus and they don't pray to God.
Right, but that's just a little technicality, man.
That is not technical. That's literally
everything comes from them, bro. Regardless on whatever you feel like, Christianity comes from Catholicism. That's how it's been. And it breaks down into like 15 little offsets, apostolicism.
Okay, so
a whole bunch of
apostolic.
Right.
I did that before too.
We don't got to go through them, but you get what you already know the names. That it's a whole lot of different branches of Christianity. It's all Christianity. They all believe in God. They all believe He had a mother named Mary. It's all the same thing. They just pray into the different one in the story. It's all the same thing, and it all started with the Catholics, bro.
That's not true because Catholics don't even have the same Bible as a Christian. As a Protestant,
Who was first?
Christ.
Okay. As far as religion, who was first?
There was no religion. That was just
So,
you
okay.
a Christian or you was.
Let's skip all the grandstanding. When it started, when a religion was formed, which one was first?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You could look that up.
We can. But to me, that don't matter because, again, Catholics don't
No.
But the
You
Catholics
can't pick and
don't
choose what's the facts.
No, I'm not.
Not when it
This
comes
is
to
not-
religion.
This is not pick and choosing what's the facts. What I'm telling you is I don't care who was first. I'm telling you the Catholics are not Christian. Because if you look up what it takes, what the Bible says, what it takes to be a Christian, what it takes to get to heaven, the Catholics do not do that.
What do it take for a Catholic to get to heaven?
To become Christian.
So you saying that all the Catholics' whole goal is to become a Christian?
I don't know what their goal is, but they're going to hell.
So you just against the Catholics?
Completely.
I didn't know it was like a Christian beef. That's
it's
like,
not, well, it's
and
not
you know what
Christian
it
beef.
is?
What it is,
That's
it's
like-
righteous and
that's
not
like-
righteous.
that's like, okay. So Catholics are like the Crips, right?
If you want to.
And Christians is like an offset of the Crips, but they beefing with the. Okay, so Catholics is like the Rolling 60s because they was like the original Crips. You know what I'm saying? They started off Crip.
You
For
teaching
real.
me stuff, but let's go.
No, I mean any documentaries you can look up Tookie Williams in it. But either way,
All right,
so the
let's
60s,
go.
I was trying to think myself real quick, but no, it's okay. So the 60s, they the original Crips from LA,
Okay.
Compton, you know, whatever. Then the Blood started to fight against the Crips.
Okay.
But forget the Blood. Offsets of Crips started branching off to like rolling 40s, you know, 80s, you know, I don't know how
Or whatever they
160s, shit, I don't know.
Right.
120s, I don't know how high it went, but I'm just saying. So either way, branch offs and shit.
Okay.
So Christianity, Baptist, and all them other ones, but we ain't talking about all them other ones. Just like Baptist and how do you say it? I can't say it. Apostolic, right? See, them are offsets of the Crips. So I didn't know because usually when you see two Crip sets, if they not in the streets with their gang, they probably get along.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? But when they gangs link up, you see what I'm saying? That's when they get to banging they sets in neighborhoods and shit, and then it'd be a problem.
Okay. Well, following
Or-
that analogy.
That's it. That's the only way I know how to.
Right. Okay. So let me explain to you with that type of analogy. So, Crips, Bloods, GDs, Pyros, all of those, right? We'll say those are all gangsters.
Okay.
Whatever brand, whatever, they're all gangsters, right? But then you got Al Capone, what's his name? Scarface, the Godfather.
You know,
those are
Scarface
all
wasn't
mafias.
even a real guy.
Well, yeah, but you know his type of
I
person.
mean, yeah. When I found out, it fucked me up.
You
Whole
thought it was a
time
true
I
story?
thought Tony Montana was a real dude.
Nah. So then, then we got those are like mafia, mob, right?
Right.
Which is still a type of gang, but
But
they're not.
the same.
You wouldn't put the mob against the Crip. You know what I'm saying? Like gangsters and mafias, that's two different playing fields,
They
right?
smoke. They get them.
They all do the same shit,
Yeah.
you know, but they not.
They do it better.
Okay, so I will put the Christians would be gangsters, right? It's common. Everyone pretty much knows the basics of it. You know, we could look at you.
And
if you got
Catholics is the mob.
yeah, because
Hey,
it's
that's
not common.
That's a good analogy.
They do a lot of shit that that gangsters don't do, but gangsters do a lot of shit that they don't do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they still do the same shit.
Yeah.
They still both breaking the law.
I like how you put that.
But they not the same. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So that's how I would do with Catholicism and Christianity. Now, Christianity, we do have the Baptist, the Apostolic, Pentecostal.
Pentecostal. It was on my
I think those two
tip
are
of my
pretty much
tongue.
the
I just
same.
didn't want to sound even more dumb, not knowing how to say it.
Well, that's okay. I spent years in the Pentecostal Apostolic Church.
What's the damn difference of all these other ones?
Honestly, I really don't know.
Ain't none.
That's why I don't have a denomination.
That's crazy.
I'm not a Baptist or Pentecostal. I attend a 7-day Adventist church, but I don't say I'm 7-day Adventist.
7-day Adventist. What does that even mean? That's some
Which seventh day of the week, Saturday.
Seventh day.
Yeah.
That's Saturday. You say? Yeah, that's the Sabbath.
Yeah. So that's that's the Sabbath.
Now, that's the name of the Sabbath day.
It's just Sabbath.
I thought you were saying seventh day.
It was 7th day, but the seventh day is the Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
we worship on the Sabbath. Catholics worship on Sundays, and everybody else now worships on Sundays. That's what Catholics did. But you know what else they did? They changed the commandments. The fourth commandment is to remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. For in 6 days God created the earth, and on the seventh day He rested. So shall we. The Catholics took that all the way out the whole Ten Commandments. They took that out their Bible. The Catholics Bible is not the same as a
So what
Christian.
commandment did they put in the what?
They took another one and divided it up. So now they got honor your mother and then honor your father, and then it goes on.
Is that?
Yeah,
Are
but
you for
ours is
real?
honor your mother and father.
Wait, what's the Ten Commandments right now?
I'm about to show you right now.
Please. Man, Christians in any religion everywhere is gonna be on our ass for not knowing they shit off for heart. Okay, Bow. So all right, so I'm about to read off the commandments real quick.
Go ahead.
All right. The 10 Commandments are, number 1, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That's why they be on y'all about coveting money and all that. Exactly. Number 2 is, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. What? Thou shalt not make unto. So what's that? No tattoos?
No, that means don't build a golden calf and worship it.
Don't build a what?
A golden calf, a graven image, like something that's dead.
Oh, like a statue.
Yeah, don't build something and then worship it.
Worship it.
Yeah.
So like, don't go overboard with like your mother's gravestone or something.
Shit, like like that.
For real?
Yeah. So like even the Egyptians, you know how they have that what's her name, Nefertiti or some shit with that big.
You know, she was really ugly.
They probably all was to be. I honestly
they refiled her face. It had black people in an uproar because because she always depicted as somebody really beautiful. Like, you know, they be a white girl in the movies or something. Yeah. But, you know, in the cartoons and shit, she be a real pretty, slim, queen, boss, whatever. Yeah. But they redid her face like on the History Channel to what she would really look like. This girl got a schnoz like like Squidward, man. It was crazy.
She might have been white in real life then. She had that big ass nose.
Man, I don't know what the hell was going on. I think she was just light skinned. And the crazy thing about it though, if you look at Egyptians, they got big noses too. They be pretty as fuck with big old noses. Like, let me mind my business. I was gonna say something, get me canceled.
I don't believe in cancel culture.
I don't either, but you know, because listen. That's why my podcast is called the Defiant Regiment Podcast. You can come on here and say whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be a yes man though. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna argue and debate and shit. I just want to hear how you
say that.
Yeah, like say what you want to. That's why I like to hear what, because you never know what you're gonna learn from somebody else. You're just giving me chills. But yeah, sometimes people be, you know, rude to people or say, oh, they was dumb for thinking this. But I'll be in the comments. I'm fighting. I don't give a fuck. What you gonna do? Come with me?
Right. Yo, man, my homie told me that shit a few years ago when I had asked her something. I was like, what you think I should do about this? She's like, whatever the fuck what you want to do. She said, who gonna pop you? I'm like, you so fucking right. Pop you.
Oh, no.
I'm like, who gonna pop me?
Y'all are crazy. Let me get back to the commandments. All right. Number 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, we know.
No. Do you really?
I know.
What does it mean?
You shouldn't be using his name, you know, just invoking his name for no reason, right?
Yes.
You tell me. Tell
me. I gotta remember because I just did a study on this. And I remember when I was learning, I was like, I always thought like, don't say goddamn or don't say oh my god.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. It was something else. And I was like, what? And I'm pretty sure, let me check my notebook.
Yeah, while you think of that, I'm about to get to the next one. Okay. Number 4. Remember thy Sabbath day to keep it holy, which is Saturday. Don't be fooled. It is Saturday.
Right.
As far as I believe.
That's what the Bible says in black and white.
Hold on. Go ahead. Everything said on this broadcast is
strictly our opinions.
It's strictly our opinions. That's what we should have read first. The disclaimer. We'll read it at the end.
We just put that cash in when you post it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. What I say, Saturday? Yeah. All right. Honor thy father and thy mother. You know, even if they fucking D-heads. You know.
But do you know what honor means?
Don't disrespect.
Pretty much.
Thou shalt not unalive. You know, nobody wants that. You know, and nobody thinks you're cool for it neither. Not even the people around you, unless they psychopaths too. But even
Did you say unalive?
yeah, you can't say the other word.
Who can't? Oh, you on YouTube?
Not live, but
I'm just saying, like,
I
when
mean,
you
if
post, you post on YouTube?
I post it everywhere, but on certain platforms, there's certain things like you can't say grape or.
Because you said that shit to me in class. I'm like, we
I
is not on the internet.
Because you can't say that though, and it's just make editing easy.
Yeah,
Instead of bleeping you out, I don't have to bleep out nothing.
Yeah, I was just thinking about we was just in class talking one day and you just said grape. And I'm like, did this man just say grape when you said supposed to say the other word? Like, we is not on TikTok. What the fuck?
I mean,
but
it's good
to keep that in your vocabulary.
Yeah, it's good to practice it outside. Like, I try to say it all the time so I don't never slip up on camera. I think you can say that now. It's more socially acceptable, but like a couple years ago, hell no. Nah.
People get canceled. Hey, did you see that podcast dude when they was talking about that word? But the other guy is like, he called it the hard R. He thought he was talking about retarded, but he was talking about the N word, but the hard R. He was like, yeah, I said that all the time. Blah, blah, blah. And then his partner was just getting like visibly uncomfortable, like, I don't think you know what hard R is. He was like, yeah, like when you're mentally, like, no, different. He was like, oh, he's like, I'm glad you called me because we would have been fucked up. I was thinking, but now he was thinking about retarded when he was like, oh, I say that all the time.
This is the thing, man. You let white people say nigga?
Yeah. It depends.
It don't fucking bother me.
I say it depends on the situation.
If they just talking to me regular and shit, and I know they ain't trying to call me out my name or something.
I call half of them nigga too.
As long as it don't hit my ear weird, because some people will say it and it hit your ear weird.
Because you can feel that intent behind it.
Yeah. But maybe not even be their intent. They could just be nervous of saying it around you. And if I feel like you nervous to say it around me, then you shouldn't be saying it. Because what was you nervous for if you post?
If you have no malintent for it.
This is the thing. If you know you supposed to, because I put it this way, like, because it be white people that be like, yeah, I'm from the hood. I'm proud to say it. Woo, woo. All right, cool, whatever. I don't give a damn. But it's like, if you feel that way, don't be nervous to say it around me when I'm around then. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And then like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when somebody say that N-word and it just hit your ear wrong, like they don't be saying this word all the time. First off, why you trying to be cool and say it now? You know what I'm saying? Right, don't try to be cool with me. Keep your regular lingo, my boy. But if you say it, it's gonna roll off the tongue. We're gonna keep going on in conversation like nothing happened. We ain't gonna miss a beat. But if it sound weird, then I might have a little issue.
Now you wanna hear a funny story though real quick?
Yeah, come on.
All right, so I got this homeboy back in the day, back in Baltimore. His name is Joe. I don't know his whole name, but I call him Mighty Joe Rogan. Because he's big ass white dude. Right?
Whoop a motherfucker ass.
Right, he's a big ass dude. So I like Mighty Joe Young. That's why I was started. But then he got that mouth like Joe Rogan. So it's like Mighty Joe Rogan. It's a combination of the two. Anyway, one day we was walking to the store.
Mighty Joe.
So we was walking to the store and we about to get on the bus and go somewhere. We in the hood in Baltimore, right? And we been drinking. So like, bro, we about to get on this bus. Don't be saying that nigga shit, because I can't do nothing. Like this man 2 times bigger than me. You see, I love the Hondas. Like I can't do shit against these Baltimore niggas. So be careful with that. He's like, I don't say that word. I was like, yes, you do, boy. You say that shit all the time. That's how we just got up there, whatever. He was like, man, I ain't never said that. Something. And I was like, what? And he said something about, black people, they're just always so mean to me and this and that. I'm like, bro, I'm black. I'm not mean to you or nothing like that. He's like, I know. That's why you my nigga. Like, you just said. Well, I guess you had to be there. It was funny because he just.
I get it. I get it, though. Nah, but see, if a motherfucker say like that, like, that's funny. That's cool. Yeah. You feel me? Like some people get a pass. Like, okay, so if there's a cool ass white dude or white girl or whatever, and she say nigga or he say nigga, and they cool, I'm gonna be more mad at the black person for trying to say something to them about saying nigga when they cool. Cause now you putting me in a position, because people that don't know that this motherfucker cool gonna be looking at me, cause I'm not tripping. When you are putting me in a situation where it's a race thing and they expect me to be part of it. And this my friend and your friend.
That's some bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and you already know this. And why you want to
get public and now you acting crazy. So now sometimes you might get somebody else come in and be like, this white mother saying nigga. Now it ain't even about nigga no more. It's about this other motherfucker trying to check your buddy about some shit that y'all talking about now.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And it didn't have to be that.
Yeah.
All because you tripping about a word that don't nobody give a fuck about, for real.
My thing is, I always feel like, shit, for the longest time, if I'm saying it, who am I to tell you not to say it? Now, I do have a few of my friends who are black friends who don't say it. And whenever I'm around them, I don't say it. And if I bring my little white boy,
it's black people like that. That's cool though.
But I know, but those are the type of people. If you don't say it, I ain't gonna say it around you, and I'm definitely not gonna bring no white person around to say it around you. But if I say it to you, then you can say it to me. Like if I say it, then I can't tell you not to say it. It's like if I go pissing outside, but it's like don't go piss outside. That shit's bad. But I piss outside all the fucking time. Like the fuck is that about? I don't like that.
And the thing about the word is, it's like it really just be how it hit niggas' ears. Like you see how that just rolled off the tongue. People be sounding weird or shaky or a little nervous saying it in front of different people and shit. But if this is your regular everyday lingo, nigga, that's just how it's gonna be. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be just another thing.
You gonna say it before you even know you said it.
And the problem is that nobody cares about this word for real. It don't hold no weight. People just want to have a reason to be mad.
I swear that's
you see what I'm saying? Because like nobody's just going around really picking fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we live in an era where, just being in drama is the most popular thing. That's how you gonna get more eyeballs on you or whatever. If you try to be the toughest and extra, blah 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 blah. So it's like sometimes people don't even have no motion to even have no ops. Like a dude used to tell me, man, you measured by your enemies. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't beef with everybody, bro. Because some people don't even have. We can't even sit in the same room together. So how in the fuck we gonna be beefing? That don't make sense. So I don't beef with everybody. So if you beefing with me, we could probably make some money together. We could probably make some friends because I view you as the equal. You worthy of me to try to destroy. You see what I'm saying? You don't just because it takes a lot of time and energy not to like somebody. You see what I'm saying? So that means if they not even worth your time, can't sit in a room with you, and you can't get no money with or off of them, what are you beefing with them for? You just wasting time and energy that you could have been put in something else. That don't make sense.
Yeah, I never did like that culture, that mindset. Like, oh, I got ops, and people always talking about ops. Like, first of all, you live in the wrong life.
People really do not be having no. They trying to make ops. That's what I'm saying.
Like, why do you want that? That is not a life to live. Like, why you want to be stressed about somebody trying to get you all the time? Like,
they never lived that life before. They don't know what they don't. They think they're gonna be able to call the police and switch up after a while, but they be 6 feet under at that point.
I just don't get that shit, bro. That's, to me, like, I hate to say it, but it is. It's fucking ignorant.
Listen, the real gangsters is the ones that's gonna respect you. You see what I'm saying? Like if you beefing with a motherfucker and he's showing you respect, be cautious because he gonna get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? He might not catch you with the kid. He might catch you with the kids. You think he rocking you to sleep. You think you smooth. He just don't do stuff around kids. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do still have a moral code. You know what I mean? Even in the streets, like ain't no honor amongst thieves, and there ain't nothing in the streets for nobody. But there is some people in the streets who stand 10 on whatever.
The street code.
So you kind of know, like the person that's really really loud, want to talk all the time, they probably really ain't got nothing going on. You know what I mean?
That's facts, because that's what I've learned. The more someone has to say something, the less that what they're saying is true. And I especially apply this to Christians. If you have to tell me you're a Christian, chances are you're not.
Damn.
Because if you are a Christian, I'm a seed in your life. So I don't tell people I'm a Christian because I'm not living that Christian life completely. I hope that you could see in my actions and in my mannerisms that I'm aiming towards the life.
You trying?
Yeah, but I don't have to. But if I never told you nothing and you just spend time with me, would you just assume that I was a believer?
If you and I just spend time with you, it really depends. Because at this big old age of mine, I don't really try to ask people about religion and stuff no more. At this point, I really don't even feel like it mattered. Whatever you choose to believe when you go home and lay down, that's what you choose to believe in, and more power to you. Go ahead. I feel like it ain't none of my business anyway. Now, if we get to talking about religion, you know me, I'm going to talk to you
Talk
about it, but
right.
usually religion is things that you don't bring up if you want to keep the friendship good.
That's another thing
You see
that
what I'm saying?
I have a problem with too.
You got to have conversations like this with people you don't know, or conversations with people you're getting to know, so you can stop having them conversations by the time you know them. Because there's the three things that'll break up a friendship.
Religion, politics, and money.
See, and even that, you got a wholesome mind. I was thinking some other shit, but yeah, that's yep.
But yeah, that's what I was taught. Never discuss these things with people you want to maintain relationships. Religion, politics, and money.
Me, you can.
That's
because I'm different though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not like me, bro. If you don't agree on their politics, like I'm not even a Trump supporter, but I'm not mad at what he doing. You see what I'm saying?
The same thing.
But people be mad at me, like I fucking voted for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just be like, damn. And then and this is the crazy thing, because I am a podcaster, and I be wanting to know like why people feel some certain ways about certain things. I would start asking them questions like, okay, you must be a Democrat, so why do you not like Trump? And people really just don't like Trump just because other people don't like Trump. They don't really be having no real good reasons. And then like, if they do have a reason, it's just some shit that they heard on the news or YouTube or something. They don't really know the real problems. Like, if one more black person say they don't like Trump because of DEI, I'ma scream. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't even know what the fuck is all he taking out. Then they talking about like the school systems, you know, he giving the power back to the school system. It's a bad thing. It's this and that and the third. But kids are dumber than they have been in the last. They're dumber now than they have been in the last 10 or 15 years. And on top of that, it didn't go down by much, but the program is 40 years old and we haven't even went up 1 percentage point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, what's the point of this program that's siphoning off this money?
Exactly.
It's just like, even if Trump could be wanting a race war, he could be wanting to take over the country, he could want to do whatever he wants to. I don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what he tries to do, you know what I mean? I know in the end, I've covered my bases, and we're gonna figure that out when we get there. You know what I mean? As far as what he have already done, you know, the things he's done, we're not gonna see effects of this till probably next year at the earliest, but probably 2-3 years, if not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you got it. The shit he doing is long haul things, and people want it now. And the Democrats that lost their job, even some Republicans, whoever lost their job, 10,000 federal agents lost their job. You think some of them weren't fucking Trump fans?
I'm pretty sure most of them was.
You see what I'm saying? And they causing a fuss. They got people burning up Teslas. They got misinformation going here and here. It's actually crazy to me that people can't see that they panicking. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the veterans. Look how long they've been bitching about getting anything. They finally finna see some dividends for fucking fighting and dying for our country, bro.
Shit, let me go check on my veteran status.
Oh, you a veteran?
I was in the Air Force. I'm not sure if I'm qualified as a veteran or not.
I mean, yeah, thank you for your service. Did you ever go anywhere?
I went to basic training. I went to school, and then I went home.
Yeah, my cousin, she was a Marine, North Carolina. She, her and her husband just got married, bought a house.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yep, first baby.
But now about that Trump thing, you were saying something. I was like, yeah, you're right, because people like they don't like Trump for whatever reason.
They don't know.
But I bet you
grab her by the.
If I grabbed 8 out of 10 people who voted for Kamala, none of them would have been able to tell me what you told me the other day about her.
That's what I'm saying, bro. She couldn't even answer. She couldn't have told you what I told you about her. She bitch couldn't answer no questions.
Right.
Wait, let me re-say that. She couldn't tell you what I told you about her. She couldn't answer no questions.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Hey. But yeah, no, like
CIA on me or something weird.
But that's how I feel like I don't vote at all. You know what I'm saying? And my reasoning for that is
you don't vote?
Not at all.
Man, listen, this is how I feel like. Why? What the fuck?
I was gonna say my reason for that is I don't believe it matters. Whether Kamala would have won, Biden won again, or whoever would have won, whatever's happening now is still gonna happen.
I really hate people say that, and it's not your fault. It's really just lack of education about our voting system, and the judicial system and all
Well,
that good
maybe it's
stuff.
a real education of the voting and judicial system.
No, listen, our votes matter, bro. It just matters at a lower level. Like, we have to vote on the mayor. We have to vote on senators. We have to vote on governors, stuff like that. People that you vote on, this is the thing. If you get out there and you're going to council meetings and talking to these people, you're meeting the candidates. If not, you can speak for candidates that believe in what you believe in. These people then rise up, go higher and higher, and then eventually, you see what I'm saying? Now your vote don't matter, like per se, like the election, like the presidential election is about electoral votes and stuff like that. But if you have voted from your way all the way up, the person that believes what the fuck you want them to believe is up there voting for the shit you want to be the president.
They're supposed to be.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to vote for those people, but you have to see through the bullshit. But 9 times out of 10, they just hit you with some political mumbo jumbo. So people don't really want to vote one way or the other because both of them on some BS. But that's another thing. Trump is fucking getting rid of that shit because he finding all the slush funds, all the money that people can pay. All right, I got 5 million, you let this law go through. I got 6 million, you let me build this casino here. They got unlimited money for this from us, taxpayer money. He ain't doing shit but finding the money so they can't pay these people. How you gonna be able to bribe somebody and you broke, or on a governor's salary without going broke?
Okay.
You can't do it. That's clearing up some I mean, by now these people have amassed so much wealth, it probably don't matter till they die off and it's circulate. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna definitely slow the hell up. For the next 4 years, people are gonna be really cautious and they're gonna let this motherfucker get away with everything. What really is gonna turn the tide on what happens in America is after Trump, you know, succeeds the presidency or takes over America. You know what I'm saying? He's either gonna be the last president or the next president is gonna be the one to have to fucking figure out what's gonna happen because, like I say, everything that's happening right now is a trickle down effect. Plus, we low key at war with
Everybody.
no, not. I mean, yeah, I mean, people pretty pissed, but they pretty much understand what that Trump's up. You know, he gonna do what he gonna do, man.
Yeah, but I still ain't voting because it's written. It is written. Everything
written?
that's gonna happen, what's gonna be, it is written.
Written where?
In the Bible. In the Bible. It's our history book, our current book, and our future book. It tells
So
us
you
everything.
think Trump the devil too?
No, I don't think
That's
he's
what
the devil.
people keep saying. He the
I
devil.
don't
He
think
the
he's the
Antichrist and came back.
He ain't the Antichrist because too many people love him. I mean, too many people hate him. The Antichrist is gonna be more people love him than hate him, and he's gonna we're gonna know.
I think more people
believers will know when it's the Antichrist.
That's the thing. I think more people love Trump than what they let on. And then once they start getting some money, let it spend next year because they spent so much money and they was talking about however much money they save, they might give Americans 10% or 20%. I can't remember. 5%. Fuck, I don't know what it was, but
1% is something.
Right. But what they got right now, if jet, not saying it ain't even next year yet, but what they found so far is so much that everybody who filed next year and stuff like that, I guess it's enough to give everybody 5 bands.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
That's why I
Hold on. Wow.
Because the last time this man was in office, I was paid.
Oh, how the tune changed.
I ain't vote for him, but I ain't never had
As
nothing
I
against
say,
him.
I ain't mad at him either. But this the thing: if he give everybody 5 bands, bro, stop fucking playing. That money, everybody gonna have a whole lot of shit for a little bit. I wouldn't even spend it. I let everybody spend all their shit when they broke.
Now
I'm gonna interview you about it. What you spend your Trump money on?
right. Shit, I spend the money now. Spend the money right now in my head.
Was you looking up something?
Oh, I was looking at the Sabbath. I don't have the Old Testament. This is the New Testament. But I was looking up where it says in the Bible that the Sabbath is Saturday.
Okay, all right. It say, "Thou shalt not commit adultery."
Adultery. You know
No
what that
cheating.
is? Yeah.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Stop lying on me. Thou shalt not covet. So you can't want stuff too much.
No, you can't want what's not yours.
Like
Don't
man's
want.
wife.
Yeah, don't covet your neighbor's wife, neighbor's car. Don't be jealous of his house. I'm in Matthew 27. I'm going to start at 57 because this title of this passage is called The Burial of Jesus. When it was evening, a rich man from Arimathea. Nobody knows how to say these words.
Let me see. Arimathea.
Not what I said. That's what we're going to call it, Arimathea. Joseph came, who himself had also become a disciple of Jesus. He approached Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. Then Pilate ordered that it be released. So Joseph took the body, wrapped it in clean, fine linen, and placed it in his new tomb, which he had cut into the rock. He left after rolling a great stone against the entrance of the tomb. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were seated there facing the tomb. The next day, which followed Preparation Day is Friday, which followed Preparation Day, the chief priests and a Pharisee gathered before Pilate and said, Sir, we remember that while this deceiver was still alive, he said, After 3 days I will rise again. So give orders that the tomb be made secure until the third day. Otherwise, his disciples may come, steal him, and tell the people he has been raised from the dead, and the last deception will be worse than the first. Take guards, Pilate told them. Go and make it as secure as you know how. They went and secured the tomb by setting a seal on the tomb and placing the guards. Now, resurrection morning, after the Sabbath, which everybody knows he rose on Sunday. So, after the Sabbath, as the first day of the week was dawning, Sunday, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to view the tomb, and so on and so on. Basically, I just wanted to where it says that, everyone knows Preparation Day is Friday, and Saturday is the Sabbath, and then after the Sabbath is the first day.
What's that? What's that scripture?
This is Matthew 27:57 through 65. And then it goes into chapter 28 is where it says after the Sabbath. And then I feel like it was Luke who actually said Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think he said those actual days. I'm going to his book. And see, in Luke, chapter 23, verse 50.
Hold on, before you get into that,
go ahead.
I got something to read. Okay, so an atheist friend of mine said that Matthew 27:57 describes Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy disciple of Jesus, requesting Jesus' body from Pilate. Okay, from Pilate, and placing it in his own tomb. If you're looking for arguments, they can't even. I guess they can't even put up a argument of any evidence. They say it's lacking corroborating evidence. There's no independent historical confirmation that Joseph of Arimathea existed at all, or that he placed Jesus in the tomb. Roman records do not mention him, and the Jewish historians Josephus, who documented much at that time, does not reference him or this event. Contradictions between gospel accounts. In Mark 15:43 through 46, Joseph is described as a respected member of the council Sanhedrin, which contradicts Luke 23:51, where it states he did not consent to the council's decision to crucify Jesus. If he was part of the Sanhedrin but opposed Jesus' execution, why didn't he publicly defend him earlier? The second one that it contradicts is John 19:38 through 42. It adds Nicodemus.
Nicodemus.
Okay, Nick. We're going to call him Nico. Okay, so it adds Nico to the burial scene, bringing 75 pounds of spices, which is not mentioned in Matthew. These discrepancies, these discrepancies suggest that the story may have evolved over time rather than being historically consistent account, which means, people started making shit up. The game of telephone type shit.
Okay.
Hold on. Another thing, he said the unusual treatment of a crucified body. Crucifixion was a Roman execution method reserved for criminals, and victims were usually left unburned as a warning. Romans typically did not grant burial for crucified criminals, making it unlikely that Pilate would have made an exception for Jesus, especially given the status as an alleged rebel. Jewish law emphasized same-day burial, so they had to be buried in the same day, which I think some Muslims do now. But it says, but the idea that a wealthy man would personally take Jesus down and place him in his own tomb seems inconsistent with typical Jewish burial customs. Uh, there might be a theological motive. The story of Joseph of Arimathea placing Jesus in a tomb fulfills Isaiah 53, chapter 53, verse 9, which says that the Messiah will be with the rich in his death. Some scholars argue that part of the narrative may have been written to fit the prophecy rather than being a factual historical event. While this passage is a central part of the resurrection narrative, the lack of historical validation, contradictions between gospel accounts, and unlikely nature of Roman burial practices raise reasonable doubts about its authenticity as an historical event. What do you say to that? Because them sound like some strong ass receipts to me.
Yes, they sound as such.
Damn, I was reading it. I was like, oh shit.
I have a couple of things to say.
We can talk, but we don't believe it. I believe in the higher power of God.
And he doesn't.
He don't though. And look how he be coming at shit.
What I say? So
He
my
ain't
response.
playing.
One of the things I heard. Like I said, I got ADHD, so I've been trying to keep note of what to respond, but still listen to while you're talking, so I might forget something. Anyway, so one thing you said was the comparison between everyone's stories. Well, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that's the four Gospels. All four of them people are telling the story of Jesus. It's the same story, different point of views, right? So it's like if me and you both go to the same movie, and then somebody asks each of us what the movie was about, you're going to tell about the parts that was important to you. I'm going to tell about the parts that was important or cool to me. But we still talking about the same movie. And anybody else go watch that movie, they still going to see both of their parts, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so that's my response to why the Matthew, Mark, and they have differences in what they said. They're still saying the same thing, they're saying it different ways. As far as who specifically took his body and put it where, to me, that's not important. What's important is that he was crucified. There were witnesses for that. He was buried, and he was resurrected, and there were witnesses for that as well.
Who was that? Put some names
Jesus.
on it.
Jesus was crucified.
Who can prove, attest to that?
The crucifixion, the Romans.
They got it in the history scriptures?
I have not myself read, but I have heard someone say that they've found the history.
Most of his thing was that it ain't no proof of this.
Well, I have found someone who said that they've read of history, like it would be considered a history book of that time, where there were references to the crucifixion, to Jesus, to the commotion that he made while he was alive and whatnot. Like I said, I have personally not read that. I just heard someone say that they found it. I have to find that from them. But the whole point of Christianity is about faith and belief,
which is not scientific. You can't prove faith.
You cannot.
So what makes you believe? Before we get out of here,
I would have to say, besides my own personal experiences, besides that, what the next thing that would make me really believe that Christianity is the true religion is how much opposition it has. People will go against Christianity with everything they got. People don't fight so hard against Muslims. People don't fight so hard against Buddhists. People don't fight so hard against any other religion except for Christianity. When Christ was alive, they went through everything they could to keep him from spreading his message. Nobody stopped anybody from spreading the false gods' messages. Nobody stopped anybody from spreading Pharaoh's belief systems. The only belief system that's ever been persecuted, that's ever been highly opposed, is Christianity.
You got to think though. There's two reasons for that. Number one, everybody opposes it because it's always forced on you. As a kid, you're made to go to church. You're made to recite stuff at school. Like everybody, you're socially forced to be a Christian. That's why people rebel against it in the first place. So that's number one. But if you was talking about people rebelling against a religion, I I don't agree with you saying they don't rebel against the Muslims, but because they definitely get some crazy hate. But if that's the way he was looking at things, that means Scientology would be the real. Because no, like
Everybody
in this day,
is Scientology
listen,
too, though.
in this day and age, nobody hates a religion more than Scientology.
Like,
like, I mean, who? Because I mean, to each his
own.
own. To each his own. If you doing Scientology things and it's working for you, great. But in my mind, I don't think it's a religion. Like some demon monsters coming.
Scientology is a self-help book in interaction form.
And that's fine. That's why I say if it's working, then it's real to you.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
But you know what? Wiccas. Who? Wiccan. The Wiccans. Wicca. W-I-C-C-A. W-I-C-C-A. Wicca. It's a religion. They're witches. Witches and warlocks.
Wiccans?
Yeah. That Wicca or Wiccan.
So it's like male and woman? I mean,
no, it's the same thing. I don't know what the difference between, like, I guess Ohio and Ohioan, like, I guess that's what it is.
From Ohio, though.
I guess that's what would be the difference, you know. But they like what they do is real, and it's in the Bible. That's how I know it's real too. That's another reason I believe Christianity is real, because everything that's in the Bible is real.
Yeah, but it's revised every year. Of course, they can have. You can have cell phones in that bitch.
But see, here's where faith comes into play. For me, my faith is I believe in the God of the Bible, right? And the God of the Bible is so powerful that I believe if He don't want His word changed, He won't let it be changed.
Let me ask this though: what's finna happen? Like, what's supposed? How do the world end through Christians' eyes?
The world is going to end through destruction. I mean, what you mean when Christ comes back?
Man.
Yeah.
So what he got? I thought he was all loving. What he got to blow us up for?
Because we're bad.
Who said that?
He did.
How you figure? Who told you he said we was bad?
Well,
he made us in his image, right?
Yeah.
So he bad.
In his image to look like him.
And somebody told me that we are all pieces of his consciousness, living out our own lives.
We are our own individual souls
that he made, right?
That he gave
to us. Where he getting it from? He plugging it from him, right?
Well, he make it from wherever he make. He probably put it from thin air.
So how you know he ain't plugging it from himself? And we all just unconscious. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's where the conspiracy theory in me be like, well, if you're gonna believe in something, that's some pretty cool shit to believe in, right?
That would be pretty cool, and that could be because know what? That makes sense. And one analogy that I try to use to explain to people as far as like the Trinity, like, well, how is God, and Jesus, and the Holy Spirit? In that analogy, I use like a bowl of water, right? That whole bowl of water is God, right? So then you take when you get a brand new dry sponge and it's all squinched up, and then you add water to it, it fills up, expands. So you take one of those dry little sponges, you dip that in the water. Once it fills up and it's expanded fully, and you pull it out and it's dripping water, that sponge is Christ. That's God in human form. And then you squeeze that sponge, and every drop where you squeeze it, that's the Holy Spirit. All that same water is in all three of those forms, but it's still the same water, but it's three different forms. You know what I'm saying? So that's my analogy of the Trinity. So that does line up with you saying that every soul is just a piece of him that he pinches out.
Hey man, I don't know. It just be sounding cool hearing everybody's ideas.
Yeah, but to me that's a dope ass idea because it kind of fits, and I can see that. It makes sense. It's logical.
I hope somebody don't shoot the messenger. What'd you say your podcast name was?
It's called I Got Questions.
I Got Questions.
Yes.
All right. Well, Elijah, I appreciate you coming through, man. I appreciate y'all watching to the end. Y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know, go check his podcast out. He got questions. It's called I Got Questions, but y'all already know, man. Tap in. We're doing big things. New podcasts come out every week. Make sure you leave a comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if it's a W or an L. It's your boy Defiant. I'm out.
Thanks for having me.
I remember them days mama kicking me out. Now I tell my mama I'll figure it out. I thought you didn't relate, but learned at the end of the day you wanna hold it down. Now every time that I wake, I gotta go harder, digging my feet in the ground. I'm in the trenches every day, gotta keep a pound like how did that sound? But I stay in the gym, number faking bitch, I'm playing